everybody, and welcome to You Get the Gist, an Endicott College television program. I'm your host, Sara McCombs, and today I am joined by Kevin Eagan and Coach J.B. Wells of the football team. Welcome to the show, you guys.
Thanks.
Thank you for having us.
Okay, to start off, Kevin, I heard that you originally wanted to go to Rutgers, and you decided last minute to come to Endicott. Why did you choose Endicott?
I don't know. It was just a better suit for me. Rutgers is a big university. I probably would have failed out of that school within about a semester, having 200 kids in the class. This is just a smaller school, more one-on-one attention in class. It's just a better fit for me altogether. And the one person who knew that the whole time was my mom. She told me, this is going to be a better fit for you. I know you better than anyone, but I just pushed her away. I didn't really want to hear it. I wanted to play big-time football, D1, but when it comes down to it, it just wasn't for me. And I have no regrets coming here. I love it here.
Good.
So.
I like it too.
Yeah.
Coach, you also just came in 01, I believe, from Illinois. What made you come back to Beverly?
I think it was an opportunity to get back to New England. My wife and I are originally both from New England. It was also an opportunity to become a head coach and to be a head coach at a place that was going to start a football program from scratch. So a lot of really kind of unique opportunities were wrapped up in the package here. So it kind of made it really enticing to want to be a first-time head football coach in a brand new football program in the Northeast. It was kind of all the things that we had been looking for, my wife and I, in terms of our next move professionally.
That's nice. That's good. Kevin, everyone's been commenting on this. When you're in the games, you're always wearing a crop shirt. What's with the crop shirt?
I don't know. I've done it since I was in high school. I always wore a back pad when I was in high school because I thought it was cool. All the receivers always wore one. All the players, everyone always talks about swag in football and whatnot. Always having armbands, always trying to look good. I don't know. It's just something.
Personal style.
Exactly, personal. And back when I was a kid, there was a movie called The Program, and all the guys' jerseys were up real short, real high. So I always thought that was cool. So
Good choice.
Continue to do it today.
Good. So you're being scouted by the Jets, is that correct?
A little bit, yeah. I've talked to them.
Does it intimidate you? Do you feel like when you know that they're there, do you get really nervous before a game, or?
Yes and no. Yes, because it's like that's a big organization that's top of the line right there. But at the same time, I know if I'm working at my best level and playing my best football, working as hard as I possibly can, then as long as I'm pleasing myself, that's all that counts. But,
that's good.
Yeah.
And from a coach's perspective, do you get nervous? Do you feel like you have to get your team to perform to the best of its ability when you see the scout, or you know that the scout is there?
Honestly, no. I think that we take an approach that every game is a game unto itself. It's not. There's no any additional pressure because the NFL might be in the stands, as opposed to years past when there were no NFL guys in the stands. I think the majority of our players are playing because they just truly love it, and Kevin included. He's not playing because he's got a professional opportunity here. He's playing because this was the right place for him. So there's no additional pressure. I think that we coach every game the same. You know, we're coaching to win and to get our guys to play the best that they can on that day.
That's good. By the way, congratulations on a great season. You guys are doing great so far.
Thank you.
Very good job. Kevin, do you ever feel pressure to be like a role model for the rest of your team?
As
a captain?
As a captain, there's different responsibilities. You always just gotta look out for the guys below you. But at the same time, we have no really bad eggs on our team. Everyone is a good person. Everyone looks out for each other. So you have to be a role model in different ways. You don't have to be a role model in like, don't do stupid stuff on weekends, don't do stuff like that, because everyone's always on the same page.
Right.
Everyone's always following directions. But showing more of a role model, like if someone needs help in the weight room, not knowing what to do, like certain exercises, I'll help them out and stuff like that. But as a role model off the field, everyone's just a good person. Everyone knows the right path, and everyone's on the right path, which is good.
On the field, do you ever feel like you have to like pump up the team and get them psyched for a game?
That's kind of what I enjoy doing. Coach always leaves us in the locker room before games. He kind of leaves, and we have a different person talk before each game. So it's not just me. It's literally we have a different person every game. So it's literally the whole team getting everyone else pumped. But it's a whole team effort.
Right. Would you guys say that you're a very close-knit group because of that and spending so much time for the practices?
Absolutely, 100%. What goes on in the locker room stays in the locker room. It's just like that's where all the team bonding comes from. Is just before practice, after practice, messing around with each other.
Yeah.
That's half the fun of football right there.
That's good.
So.
Coach, what do you think makes a good football player, and what causes someone to be a success on the football team?
I think number one, I think that you got to be a good person. I think character issues are the number one thing that we look for. If you've got problems with your character, then you're probably not going to fit our team, because like Kevin said, we have a good group of guys. We have people that are good guys. That's number one. Number two, I think one thing that makes a good football player is someone that cares about their academics. And if they're going to do the job of going to class and doing their work in the classroom, I'm pretty much sure that they're going to do everything they can on the football field, because football is going to be more fun than going to class. That's just how it is. And then you just want a guy, I think, that just will work extremely hard. You can have somebody that's at the top of his ability level, like Kevin, who's our best player, but you also may have guys that are in different levels of development as players. So you never know where you can take somebody, but if you know that they're a good person, they work hard in the classroom, they work hard as a football player, you're going to have a chance to be good no matter what your ability level. And we've seen guys that maybe were not as good when they were freshmen as players really develop into good football players over the course of their careers just because of their work ethic.
That's good. That's important. Kevin, do you ever find yourself struggling to juggle your schoolwork with the practice, and does practice ever interfere, get in the way of your classes?
Yeah, it's tough. Sometimes we have late practice, so I'll have to organize my time to get my homework done before practice. So the hardest part is just the organization, and probably without my tutor, Amy Cohen, who I'll give a shout out to, I probably wouldn't have the grades I do now. She's a big help, and I've been with her since freshman year, so she helps me to stay organized, on track, and get all my work done. And we also have study halls with the team for like an hour, a couple times a week, just to get our work done, focus up. Where they take the cell phones away, no internet, no nothing.
Oh, that's good.
Just focus up.
That helps. Are you working your internship right now? Is that also getting in the way of practice at all?
No, I did that last semester, so
that's good.
I got out of the way, so I don't have to worry about it this
Okay,
semester.
that's good. Another part of the show that we have is called The List of the Gist, and they're just 5 straightforward questions that we ask both of you. Kevin and Coach, what are your favorite books?
I don't know.
Not much of a reader?
Cat in the Hat, Dr. Seuss. Classic.
Good choice, good choice. What about you?
Pat Conroy, Great Santini.
What's that about?
It's about a father and son relationship between an athletic son who has a really tough military father. It's an interesting story.
What age do you think you became an adult, and why?
Are
you an adult yet?
I can't completely say I'm an adult yet. I'm probably, I don't know, I have two sides of me, where when I need to focus up, when I need to be serious, I am, but at the same time, I like to have fun more than anyone. So I feel like I'm still in that intermediate stage, getting to be an adult.
What about you, Coach?
Well, my wife told me she was pregnant with our first child, so I don't think I became an adult until I was 28, so.
That was a big
Yeah, that was
change.
that was the biggest moment, right?
Yeah. Who do you think has it harder, men or women, and why?
I'd say at this point, it's pretty even. For both athletics, academics, everything, both, at least at this school, it's like, if you're playing a sport and you're going to school, it's tough. It doesn't even matter if you're a girl or a guy, because you still have to go to practice, you still have to get your tests, study for your tests, still have to get your work in. So I'd say it's just about even in my book.
What about you? What about outside of the school and in the job world?
I'm married, so men have it easier. A lot easier. I know that I do. Women, I think, have a lot more auxiliary responsibilities that kind of get put on them just because of gender roles. Women are going to be the ones that have the children, and in a lot of cases, the women are going to be the ones that put a lot of effort into raising the children. So I think being a mother is probably the hardest job that's out there. And since that's not me, I can say that I definitely have it easier than
I'm glad you appreciate
women,
that.
so.
What was the best advice that either of you had gotten, and did you take that advice? Did you put that into your daily life?
Best advice I ever got was from my dad. He always told me that if I work hard, good things will happen. And that's kind of what I pride myself on football-wise. Like, I don't pride myself on being a talented player. I pride myself on working, like in the summer when I'm working out with my brother, I pride myself on saying, I'm going the extra step to be the best. Whereas if I know someone else on another team's working hard, I just got to work that much harder. It's not a talent thing, it's just how hard you want to work.
That is good advice, I like it.
Mine would be from my dad too. He told me when I was 9 years old that if I quit anything, that I'd be a quitter for the rest of my life. And so, and that came about because I didn't like my first year of playing football, and I didn't want to stay with the team. And my father told me, you started it, you have to finish it. And so I've tried to always do that with everything. Once you start something, you finish it.
Good. And the last one, if you could have any inspirational quote or any funny quote, whatever, on your tombstone, what would it be and why? It could be rest in peace. Beloved football player.
Yeah, he had fun. I don't know. I feel like he had fun every minute of his life. I don't know.
That's a good one.
I had a smile. Through all
Smile,
of
and
it.
this whole world
Yep.
smiles with you. That's
Yep,
something my mom
exactly.
says to me every day. What about you, Coach?
That I was a good father, husband, and coach. I think those are the three things that I kind of measure my life by.
I'm not on that level yet, so I
You're
wouldn't.
not even close.
Not ready for that tombstone quite yet.
No, not yet.
All right, well, thank you very much for joining you guys. I appreciate taking your time out of your busy schedule to work with us.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
And that's it for us. See you again later.